theatre, film, TV and more. Suzy Wrong reviews it all on Joy Drive.
Good afternoon, Suzy Wrong.
Hey Warren, do you think our Tuesday conversations have ever gotten so serious that people turn us off?
Probably. But you know what? It's authentic, real radio, and I reckon we all love people to be real.
I think you and I love it. Sometime today I was wondering, if the discussions get too dark, some people aren't going to like it. Do we have to keep things light?
But then if you keep things light, some people will go, oh my goodness, you might as well go and listen to those two on the other station that talk.
Those two.
So, no, not everyone's going to like you, Suzy. I mean, but you're very popular.
Oh, well, I'd like to stay being popular. So sometimes, like today, today's subject matter.
Let's not talk about
today's subject matter. I'm thinking, it's a bit serious.
We were just talking earlier, also about having a break. It's that time of year, isn't it? Are you exhausted?
I think so. I think inevitably by December, I'm just focusing on things winding down, really.
I was having a discussion on the way in today, and I was saying, I just feel really, really tired today for some reason. There's no particular reason for it, but I just feel really tired. And
you've had such a full-on year.
Yeah, it's been a full-on year. But Jack said to me while we were chatting, she goes, "Why don't you just be upfront and honest with everyone? People would love that. Just be yourself." So there is something about being your real self and how you're feeling. So there you go, everyone. I'm at the end of the year. I feel tired for no reason. How are you feeling?
I do feel like you've got lots of reasons to be tired, and I think you've got a break coming up, which is good.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Christmas break is coming up. Con will be sitting in the chair, which is very good. I'm looking forward to it, but it's been so wet and cold here. I'm just hoping that we do have a bit of a summer at least. Not too hot, but just enough to get outside, get on the paddleboard, unwind, relax, and talk about heavy topics with Suzy Wrong. Suzy, what are we talking? What's the show we're talking about today? It's called Come See Me in the Good Light. Do you want to?
Andrea Gibson was a big star in spoken word poetry, traveling across America, performing to crowds in theaters big and small. Their world comes crashing down when Andrea is diagnosed with terminal ovarian cancer. The Apple TV documentary Come See Me in the Good Light captures Andrea Gibson's final years as they struggle with the many treatment options that helped to extend life expectancy so that they may write more poetry, even plan for a last performance. All this time with their wife Megan Falley, also a writer and poet, faithfully by their side, navigating the darkest days of this ordeal. The film is as much a romance as it is about Andrea's notable career. We watch the couple go through the torturous uncertainties of an illness that seemed to get better as often as it got worse, with the pair never really knowing how much time was left. Andrea and Megan allowed the cameras in for moments of sorrow as well as gleeful humor, so that we may witness a reality that is both precious and cataclysmic. Come See Me in the Good Light is completely unvarnished and truthful, sometimes unbearable to watch, but mostly informative and cathartic. It is sensitively made, but never holds back from showing the brutality of a merciless disease. The film wants us to confront mortality, to find ways to think and talk about death, a subject that we normally do everything we can to avoid acknowledging. There is also the incredible love story of a married queer couple who give definition to the very meaning of for better for worse, for richer and poorer, in sickness and in health. Their closeness is to me miraculous, and to see how they are able to hold each other through every terrifying challenge, never once letting each other down, is just astonishing to me. I found the documentary deeply moving on several levels. Andrea Gibson's love for their wife, their art and legacy, and for the very act of creativity at a time of devastation, all makes for an experience that is more meaningful than anyone can bargain for. Warren, how did you find it?
Yeah, I found it quite moving, to be honest, Suzy, but I agree with you. It was quite difficult to watch. I don't know if you've ever had to confront your own mortality, Suzy, but certainly it's not an easy thing to do. And it's when you're watching it on screen, it can bring sort of all sorts of flashbacks back into your life. And I found it a bit difficult to watch just from a personal perspective, but just really good, really good. I enjoyed it though, nevertheless.
Yeah, I was surprised at how enjoyable. It's such a weird word to use, right? Enjoyable, because it is. Yeah. It is painful, but I feel like it has so much. It has so much that is so captivating. I just found it such a rich experience watching it. I don't really understand why. Maybe it is because we don't talk about it, but it's something that's truly universal. So on a kind of like a visceral level, we understand exactly what's going on. And I think it probably includes a lot of information that we need to know that really benefits us to understand.
Suzy, if you wanted people to see you in the good light, what version would you hope they remember? Would it be the serious version that we hear on Joy Drive? What version of Suzy Wrong would you like to be remembered for? Not that you're going anywhere at the moment.
I'm not going yet.
Except for Singapore.
Look, I think that there are a lot of sides of me that I love sharing with my friends, but that's very personal, and I feel like I don't need people to know about it. It's nice if they appreciate it. If they think I'm funny, if they think I'm good company, if they think I'm nice, generous, that's fine. But, the thing that I would like to be remembered for are things that would last beyond my time, maybe for a generation or two, where people feel like, oh, because she did this, other people were able to do, I'm talking about doors having been open for me and I kept them open for other people. That sort of idea. So yeah, and I make a point of saying that those doors were open for me. I don't think that I kind of broke every ceiling that I went through. Like there were a lot of things that people welcomed, like this radio program, for example. I had a chat with you 5 years ago, and you thought, oh, she's interesting, let's give her an opportunity, and I took the opportunity. Yeah, I took the opportunity. I took it seriously. I did my best for it, and it's become something. But it started with you offering the opportunity.
But don't you think, Suzy, that the stuff that you talk about, the realism you bring to the world and your experiences, and having your background in Singapore, coming over here, I mean, a lot of people from the feedback I get relate to that in some part of your life. Don't you think that's a really good thing? That if there's a version that I don't like talking, so you're going to be remembered, but that's something that's an impact that Suzy Wrong has had on people's lives. I think that's great.
Well, it's nice to connect, because we've said many times before about how trans people can be quite isolated because there are very few places that we feel safe in. So we kind of, take ourselves to a lot of isolation, and the opportunity to feel like we have connected, whether through my writing on websites, on some publications, and then on radio, in podcasts. Those are ways that I feel like I have connected with people and have been able to give people something substantial. It's always important to me that I give them something substantial. I feel like if people wanted to have an easy time, to have a giggle at something, to entertain themselves with something silly, there are lots and lots and lots of people doing that. I feel like what I'm good at is offering something quite real and vulnerable that you may not have experienced the same things that I have, but I think I'm able to present it in a way that makes you feel like, oh, that's something that resonates with me because I understand what she's gone through. It applies to some experiences that I have. I think I'm pretty good at that.
Suzy, do you know we'll be attacked tomorrow by that breakfast radio program? In all seriousness, come see me in the good light. Something that did resonate with me is how you stay strong for someone when you're falling apart yourself. And I feel like as queer people, we're really good at that. We know how to put the mask up. We know how to put on the face when we're really scared underneath, whether we're being bullied or attacked or what have you. And it's not nice. It's not good that we have to do that. It's not good at all. But there is a positive in it, in that it gives us a skill to be able to be there for people when underneath.
Look, my last long-term relationship, it went for about 8 years before it ended. And it took quite a few years. I think it was only on the third or fourth year when I discovered that he had quite a serious, and escalating mental health issue. So it was hidden from me. I don't know how consciously or not consciously, but in any case, I only discovered when we were deep in love, we moved in and all that stuff. And I found that I was really good at being a reliable kind of support for that person. So in that way, I can identify with what this film was doing. But unlike this film, what I had done was ultimately not helpful, because he never got better, and he's still alive. And I was in a position where I found myself being pulled down by the person that was drowning. So that was a different outcome that I learned. And another personal anecdote is when my mother had cancer, when I was very young, 21, 22, I'm not this person. I was not a person that was reliable. I was not a person that was strong enough. And even though we were living in the same home, I was away the whole time. I was finding as many opportunities I could to be out working and socializing. I couldn't handle watching my mother go through. At that time, cancer was even more painful and more devastating. So, so it's unlike what you were saying about how we have the ability to withstand these pressures. There was a period in my life where I wasn't able to, and it took me quite some time to learn to forgive myself of all that, to understand that I was, very young.
But you're doing the best you could. I mean, you can't expect to know how to do everything when you're that age. I mean, having a mother who's sick, that's a significant thing for a young adult to go through.
Yeah, it was. But I think I gave myself quite a hard time when she did pass, and she thankfully passed quite quickly. And for quite a few years, I kind of felt a lot of guilt about not helping her through it enough, not being able to support her through it enough, that I was sending it off to someone else to do it. She had a really great boyfriend at the time, and I kind of gave him all the responsibilities and hid from it all. I knew that it was too painful for me, which is why I wasn't able to look at her and to be there for her. But nonetheless, the guilt was real for quite a few years until I became a bigger adult.
Did you get to say the things to your mother that you wanted to say?
Oh, no. I don't think I had anything to say to her. We were close. We were very close. I don't think there were things that were left unsaid. She had maybe 3 or 4 months at home, kind of struggling with their illness. I don't think there was anything left unsaid. We were very open to one another. The only thing was, I hope, I wanted to be more help to her, but clearly the doctors were doing all they could and nothing more could have been done. But, I wish for a long time that I wasn't away that much. Yeah.
We're chatting about Can You See Me? Come See Me in the
Come See Me in the Good Light,
which is on Apple TV Plus. Suzy Wrong, we are going to be watching something else on Apple TV Plus next week. What is it?
Staying with Apple TV, we're checking out the fantastic new sci-fi drama series, Pluribus, in which a very grumpy lesbian fights tooth and nail to stop body snatchers from outer space taking over our planet. It's honestly one of the best things I've seen all year. I'll see you next Tuesday for Pluribus. Bye for now.